What's up, friends and extraterrestrial buddies? It's Words. Dark Skin vs. Light Skin 2, Women Edition. First thing I want to say, every time I go online and I look at a blog or an article or a video or anything about dark skin versus light skin, it always starts off with the main point. And it's always like a paragraph of something that's actual like, you know, content going into what they wanted to talk about. Then they start talking about history and where it came from, because it was a house slave and it was a field slave, and then blah 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 blah. Who cares about history in this discussion? I'm not going into that. I'll let people talk about that all day. Maybe I'll do that as a separate blog, but you know what? I'm not a historian. I was not there, and I can't prove that anything was written back then other than the fact that slavery existed. I can't prove anything, and neither can you. I dare you to prove to me that anything happened. Anything. You can't. You know why? Because you weren't there. I don't care. You weren't there. You weren't there. You weren't there. You weren't there. So I'm not doing that. What I'd rather talk about is what the media does to our culture and what happens today that leads to animosity between light-skinned people, dark-skinned people, light-skinned women, dark-skinned women. What leads people into thinking light-skinned women act this way, dark-skinned women act that way? I'm interested in that kind of stuff, and that's what we're going in on right now. There's a popular stereotype that light-skinned women think that they're better than everybody else. Think that they're better than dark-skinned women because they're light-skinned or stuck up. Light-skinned women are trying to be white girls. Dark-skinned women are ugly. Dark-skinned women have to try harder because they're dark-skinned. There are lots of stupid stereotypes like that. I could go in for a long time. All of it's hogwash. Again, all stereotypes have some basis somewhere, and we can all facilitate those stereotypes, but I definitely want to say, first of all, fellas, stop saying dumb stuff like, yeah, shorty, I mean, you real cute for a dark-skinned girl. That's stupid. That's stupid. Stop it. And ladies, stop saying stuff like, I mean, she thinks she all that just because she light-skinned. Come on now. And I've heard that a lot. Like, I've heard that there are people who literally think that the thought process, not subconsciously, but consciously, is that because you're light-skinned, you think that you're better than everybody else. Like, you know, like me as a light-skinned guy, I'm arrogant because I'm walking around all day going like, yup, better than you. You're a darkie. Wrong. It's not like that at all. If I feel like I'm better than people, it's because I'm confident and I'm just a beast, and it has nothing to do with my complexion. It is because of my personality. That's where my confidence comes from. My personality is what gives it all to me, and it has nothing to do with my complexion at all. Sorry, Kanye shrug. I talk to a lot of my light-skinned female friends and my dark-skinned female friends about, you know, the differences and how they feel about it. I had one of my light-skinned female friends. She said to me that she feels like, you know, it's a double-edged blade. She feels like a lot of times professionally, she does have a leg up, you know, because she feels like a lot of times a Caucasian employer will look at her and kind of go, oh yes, yeah, let's look at the applicants here. I don't know. She's a darkie. That big booty, and I don't know. I'm not sure, but her, yeah, she's one of those lighter Negroes. Yeah, she's a lot like us. It's a lot more familiar. I feel safer with that. And yet she doesn't have, you know, quite the curvature that Jackie over there has. Yeah, we can hire her. I mean, you know, dramatization, you know, and obviously she knows she doesn't speak for every employer like that. But however, she feels that a lot of times the ignorance of the white man works in her favor a lot of times. However, I also have two very successful dark-skinned friends that I've talked to, and they're like, no, professionally, it doesn't affect us at all. You know, my large breasts, and in one of the other one's case, you know, my butt really didn't affect anything. You know, I got where I am on my own, you know, because of who they are, what they've done, their credentials, things of that nature. My light-skinned friend felt the same way. You know, she has the credentials and everything too. She's very hardworking. She's unique in her field. So it helped her, you know, that got her where she needed to be. She just feels like she's less intimidating to the ignorant white man, as it were. These are just point of views. Don't jump down my throat. I know people are going to be hitting me all over the place with it. Sorry. Word shrug. Then there's dating. You know, I'm the worst person to talk about because, you know, I was explaining that if you put 5 random exes of mine in a room together and told somebody to pick out which of these girls, if any, and if of any amount did, you know, words date, you know, it'd be hard because I've got all shapes, sizes, and races in the same room because it's really not about that. Sorry. However, that, you know, same light-skinned friend was telling me she feels at a slight disadvantage because, you know, she doesn't have all of, you know, she doesn't have the butt that a lot of her dark-skinned friends have, and a lot of guys, you know, will look for a very shapely girl, and she feels like her and a lot of her light-skinned friends don't have that. My dark-skinned female friends are like, hey, I ain't never had a problem getting a guy. You know, it's never been an issue. You know, they threw the Kanye shrug on it, and they really don't feel like race has anything to do with it. So I'm just tossing out a couple of point of views. At the end of the day, it's like I always tell y'all, it's really about who you are, how you're brought up. As far as dating goes, it's like I always tell people, a lot of things can actually draw me to you initially. A lot of things can get me to the door of the restaurant. But once I open that door and then go in to try the food, if the food's terrible, I'm not staying. I don't care how nice the decoration is. I don't care what kind of coupons they giving out. I don't care who's at the door as a server. It doesn't matter. Hopefully y'all get my analogy on that, right? What I really just hate seeing is there's a lot of animosity there in some places. There is a lot of dark-skinned animosity toward light-skinned females, and then there's a lot of light-skinned animosity toward dark-skinned females because they always feel like, and that girl just hating. That girl just hating because she wish she was sexy like me. Man, whatever. She dark. It's stupid. It's just really stupid. It's dumb animosity, and it's the kind of separation that I really hate seeing. I really don't like seeing it at all because when you get pulled over, you're black. No matter what, you know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are. You are black. You are a N-word once you get pulled over, no matter what. I got pulled over one time. I had a white boy in the car with me, and he was treated like a complete coon. Complete coon. And it did not matter at all. So, at any rate, that's my light skin versus dark skin, light skin version 2 women. So hopefully I didn't make y'all too mad. Maybe you know what? Don't really care. You know why? Because I'm words.
Now get fly, now get fly, now get fly, now get fly tonight. Now get fly, now get fly, now get fly for me. Get fly for me. You know what I like.
Well, dude, there you have it.